Hey everybody, this is prisoner 830506 reporting from my prison cell at Prison 1, a private contract prison currently housing one prisoner, that being me, under a life sentence with permanently welded shackles around my ankles, which were installed by Facility 5, another private contract prison where I served 3.5 years, and the prison that we're modeling Prison 1 after. So, this is an important update. I wanted to let everybody on YouTube know what's going on. I post regularly on weekly and probably even more now on patreon.com/facility5 if you want to come over there. It's only $5 a month. You'll get all the updates, and then if for a little bit more, you can get these videos minus me talking, so just the sounds of my chains like that and stuff. So anyway. And you'll also be supporting my imprisonment. All the money that comes in from Patreon right now is actually funding my current imprisonment, which is really pretty cheap now. It's basically cost of food, groceries, and gas money for Amy to bring it to my cell once a week. So, just a reminder, I don't know if I mentioned this in the last one, but I've been in solitary confinement for over 3 months now. After getting out of prison at Facility 5, I served 3.5 years imprisoned at Facility 5, and my last couple of months were in brutal consolidated confinement where my bare feet were chained to the bare feet of 4 other prisoners 24 hours a day in a tiny 4-foot by 8-foot concrete cell, which is the reason I left. Okay? The reason I came up with this idea to start our own prison, and with a lot of work, selling it to Amy. She finally agreed, and I was lucky to get out of prison because I had already signed a contract with them, and they let me out based on the fact that the consolidated confinement situation had gotten so bad. They've fixed the consolidated confinement problem, so kind of pisses me off because I would still be there if they had fixed it before I decided to leave, but whatever. I have contacts with prisoners in Facility 5, 2 of them that I just picked up, 2 contacts from the contact I had there recommended me. They're both in consolidated confinement right now, so I'm going to be getting some pretty good information from them, I think, as far as how Facility 5 is doing and how it's all working there. Anyway, so the important information today is we've reached a new milestone for Prison 1. We've gotten gigabit internet here. That's not only important for entertainment purposes, but it also, and my sanity since I've been in complete solitary confinement. Let me just say this. When Amy comes once a week, she's only here for a couple of hours. I do a video. We have sex. She brings me groceries and stuff, and then she takes the internet with her on her little Wi-Fi card because it doesn't work in my cell, and I live in a metal prison cell, right? So there's no cell phone signals in here. And so when she leaves, I have no internet, and I don't see anybody or anything for a whole week until she returns to bring me more groceries and stuff. So I've been in complete 100% solitary confinement after serving. Solitary confinement after serving in consolidated confinement before coming here. So it's been quite a shock, and having internet now is going to definitely be way better. But of course, it's not just for me. This is a milestone for the building of the prison here, the Prison 1 that we're trying to construct, is because we need internet for that. Prisoners are going to come here, they're going to want it for entertainment purposes, and not only that, but we're really pushing for long-term imprisonment. We want to build a prison community here, and part of that is keeping the cost of imprisonment as low as we can. I mean, possibly even as low as like $500 a month or less, depending on if you work in the prison and stuff like that, if you're helpful and that type of thing. So we're trying to keep the costs of imprisonment as low as possible, and on top of that, we want prisoners to come here for life. They just want people to move in and never move out. So internet's going to be really important for getting a work at home job, like I'm going to be doing on Monday, which is tomorrow for me. So that you can pay for your own imprisonment. Of course, my paycheck's going to go directly into the Prison 1 fund to build the prison. At least our goal is to get it up as much as we can with my income, and then later, once we can show proof of work. We have a building, and we just need to get a little bit more going. Then we'll start pre-selling tickets to Prison Camp, which is going to be an event that we're going to do twice a year. And it's the only way you can get into Prison One. You have to attend Prison Camp, and then once you've attended Prison Camp, Amy, my warden, is making it real easy for you to stay. Basically, all you have to do is sign a contract and footprint the back of the contracts like they do in Facility 5. Biometrics, of course. We're gonna have the footprint authentication panels in Prison 1 too. Eventually, we have to. Yeah, it's gonna be a while before they're operational, but then we're gonna be building them into the floors right from the start. The glass panels for the footprint authentication system. But anyway. So that's our goal. The internet was really important for getting prisoners a way of making an income while they're locked up here. And I'm going to be doing that starting Monday. It's going to be a little bit weird working at a job with other people. They require a webcam for like team meetings and coachings and stuff. And I'm going to just have to be really careful not to move my feet too much, or that's going to be a dead giveaway. And just point the camera at my face, they don't know I'm chained up in a prison cell, right? So hopefully that's going to work that way. But yeah, so I just wanted to update you all and just remind you that I am doing regular updates, and even more updates now that I have internet. Probably every other day probably is my goal to be posting videos on patreon.com/facility5, and it's only $5, and you'll be helping build the prison basically as well. For those of you who don't have a life, not don't have a life, but you do have a life, you have a family and kids or whatever, and you can't come to be a prisoner, there's still a lot to be excited about for Prison 1, because we will have a weekly show, like a series that will be showing what life is like for the prisoners in Prison 1. And we're going to show everything: punishments, daily life, just emotional breakdowns, whatever. All of that's going to be recorded, and we'll be posting it on YouTube. It's probably going to be a subscription-based thing, because we need to fund the prison, and like I said, we want to keep the cost of imprisonment low for long-term prisoners, and that might subsidize their imprisonment. So you'll be basically paying for the prisoners to stay locked up. It'll be fun. And of course, we're going to have, it's going to be all discreet. We're going to, blur faces out and all that stuff, so we're not, giving away privacy and security. Of course, you've seen these videos. It'll probably be focused on prisoners' feet a lot. They'll be permanently shackled. Amy's made it clear that all prisoners in Prison 1 will be required to be permanently shackled. We've been discussing on how that's going to be implemented. But we're probably going to implement for long-term prisoners welded shackles. So they'll be very permanent, like the ones I'm wearing. I'm not exactly sure if we're going to go with these exact style of shackles. We might use the rounded steel ones. But in any case, it's coming. Probably not really soon, but we are working towards building the prison and getting it up and running. So it'll be fun. Be sure to come over to patreon.com/facility5 to keep up with everything. And of course, you can post comments to this video and any videos of mine, and I'll be answering those questions and responding to comments. But anyway, I'm out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.